So you've been reviewing Nutritional Controversies, and I think you need a little bit more stuff maybe because it'll help life so much easier. Nutrition is confusing, I gotta tell you, and unfortunately manufacturers make it even more confusing, and so do stores and everybody. But at the end of the day, the only person truly responsible on the quality of the ingredients you're putting into yourself is you. So you are going to have to do the homework. That's all there is to it. There is a lot of information out there. And honestly, if I wanted to find out that a potato chip was super, super healthy, I'm sure that somewhere on Google, I could find the information that would, some kind of substantiated research that says that the potato chip is healthy. Now, granted, they did that research on, a very small group of people in a population that was someplace in a remote area, but it doesn't matter. They can show you that research. So it's really important for you to really understand the bottom line when it comes to your food so that you make the best choices. A couple of things to keep in mind. A, foods in their natural state are the all-time best, okay? Then, well, let me take that back. In their natural state, but organic and clean, yes, all-time best. Under that, then we can just say natural state. But foods in their natural state, so fruits, vegetables, things that have not been refined or processed or manufactured in their natural state, okay? Best thing first, okay? Then, from there, it's going to be about the quality. So that's where you get into the organic, okay? And we want to make sure, and the thing to keep in mind, genetically modified is really pretty icky. Hate to say that. This is an educational video, but I'm trying to be very frank with you here. So on that note, there's a bunch of different ways that they can genetically modify things, but to keep this super, super simple, and you've seen this in some of my videos, you really want to understand this. And so they really mess with the seeds, basically, so the plants can take higher amount of pesticides. So is that a good thing? If I were right now to take a beautiful red apple and just take a can of bug spray and spray it, and then hand you the apple to eat, are you going to eat it? No, because you know it's got a lot of chemicals. But because we don't see that spraying, we go, oh, it's okay, it's all good, it's all fine, okay? But the disease is rampant right now. And so it's about us empowering ourselves so that we can keep our body strong. And ideally, you have to realize that food is a fuel. That's it. It's fuel. So the fuel you put in your body is going to either make you strong or it's going to pull you down. Food is not comfort. It's not socialization. It is strictly fuel. So I'd like to, in my videos that you get and in my courses, I want you to really look. What I'm trying to push to you is food-based nutrition, but ideally eating the all-time best. So when it comes to all of these controversies that you've already gone over, a couple of other ones that I think that merit a little bit of explanation is gluten. I know we love bread. Yeah, good piece of warm bread that comes out of the oven. Oh, amazing. Okay, but here's the challenge. So unfortunately, gluten, as it sounds like glue, is kind of like glue, like this. It's glue, okay? And so that sticky ickiness with time gets stuck inside basically our intestines. It sounds very strange. So I want you to kind of envision this. It's like a pipe. Envision a round pipe. And inside the pipe, there's these little hairs like this. They're beautiful. They move around all the time. And when food is shooting through that pipe, those little hairs grab the nutrients, the vitamin A, the C, the E. It grabs it all, and it absorbs it into our body in a beautiful manner. Fantastic. Wonderful. The challenge. Okay, so gluten starts going through there, and gluten starts getting gunked up in between those little hairs. And so with time, they just stop moving. And when they stop moving, they can't really absorb anything. And so now you have nutritional deficiencies occurring, which is going to lead to a whole host of other things, okay? Unfortunately, gluten is actually kind of inexpensive, and it's a great filler. It makes things fluffy, it can make things crunchy, it can do all sorts of stuff. It's more on the fluffy part, but it does these things. I have seen gluten in potato chips, okay? It's a cheap, inexpensive filler. So what happened was, when I was a kid, the only gluten I got was in a bowl of cereal and at my sandwich at lunch, and that was it, done, okay? Now, gluten's in everything. It's in hair care products. It's in makeup, okay? It's in body lotion. it's in, of course, the sandwich and the bread and the pasta and all the other kind of stuff too. So now, unfortunately, we have this overabundance of gluten going on into our system. So these little hairs are all getting filled up. And guys, it takes a couple of years to get this to go back down. So it's something that we want to eat to a minimum. Am I saying you have to be gluten-free? No. But what I am saying is be a little bit more conscious so that you don't make it your main staple. And, you know, again, trying to keep in mind that when I talk sugar, it's sugar, flour, dairy, and alcohol. They all break down and metabolize as a sugar. So it's important to kind of remember that, yeah, that piece of bread, it's going to break down like a sugar in your body. It doesn't matter if it's organic, multi-grain, blessed by the Pope. Doesn't matter. It's still going to break down like a sugar. And so because of that, you want to minimize your sugars on your day-to-day food plan. So it's something that you don't want it to be the main staple of your diet. And if you can find some things in your day-to-day that are gluten-free with better ingredients, then yes, do it. I have some crackers that I love. They're made with almond flour. Did I do it because I'm trying to be gluten-free? Not necessarily, but I did it also to minimize my gluten. The crackers actually have only 5 ingredients inside the box. It's awesome. Okay, so, you know, just little things that you can do. The pasta I use happens to be a rice pasta. I actually like the flavor of the pasta. It's got 3 ingredients. Okay, so I do these things so that I can minimize the gluten load, and I do that for me and my family, the benefit of my family. So I am hopeful that you got a couple of little tips in here. The entire course should have given you plenty of information. If you'd like more, there are several other courses you can take of mine. I try to be very, very frank and to the point because we got to make healthy easy. It can't be so complicated. It really can't. So thank you once again for joining me in this course, and I hope to see you at another course. Bye.